Welcome back to a trying to figure out how the fuck the beach works episode of Higurashi.
We love
Casting spells. I just want to, because I do want to inject this. The people need to know. Shout out to potentially the ending of Minagoroshi being revealed that Irie had cut off Satoshi's head and put his brain in a jar. Worst series.
Yeah.
Absolutely worst series if that was the true reveal of what happened.
Technically spoilers but whatever, it doesn't matter.
It's spoilers.
It's spoilers for what the ending isn't.
Okay, all right, fair. You know what? Fair. I'm sorry. My myth and my hypothetical. No, what's the word? My theory that Irie was going to cut Satoshi's head off and put his brain in a jar has been ruined.
Alright,
the game has been
back
spoiled.
from our cliffhanger. The music's going. We're here.
We're gaming.
The confrontation is starting. Are you ready?
Dude, Keiichi is about to obliterate Oyashiro-sama's curse. Literally owned in seconds, man. Okay. Let me crack the neck. Let's get rolling, man. So I assume I am just starting with fucking
going.
Keiichi.
We're going.
Alright,
Adjusting?
yeah, I'm adjusting a little bit.
You can cut that.
Yeah. Excuse me, I have something to say before the meeting starts. They all knew immediately that I was going to say something about Sadako. I guess they weren't just old for show.
Oh, Keiichi-kun. Today is our final meeting before the festival, so can you bring up your personal issue later?
I ignored him and continued talking. Keiichi still, yeah. If you have something to say, just tell me directly. Don't go through Mion or Chie-sensei. I don't like it when people are so indirect. Let's talk face to face. Everyone went quiet. Nobody there wanted to be involved in a conversation about the Hojo family. Everybody here knows that Sadako Hojo is practically being confined by her uncle and suffering at his hands. Well, I don't care that you're not proactive about helping her. I'm sure that some of you don't want any trouble. But we're different. Sadako is our friend. We're fighting as hard as we can to save our friend from danger. However...
Keiichi-kun, we're aware of all that. All we're saying is that you've done enough to the consultation center by now.
And then this is where Keiichi tells him to go fuck himself. Is there a problem if we continue our appeal?
Of course there is.
Perfect music timing, what?
It's a big problem, too.
As someone with a stern voice spoke out to me. Haha, I'd gotten under their skin.
Gotta do different voices for each of these lines.
Then, what is the problem? Can you explain it so a child like me can understand?
The damn conflict ended ages ago. The age of banding together and storming public offices is over.
The subject wasn't Sadako anymore.
Wasn't either.
All they had to offer was a bunch of excuses. Yeah, I'm not asking about your past, and the damn conflict has nothing to do with this. This is my war. So if you're going to partake in my war, then let's make it clear if you're my enemy or my ally. Which is it? Are you my allies or my enemies? Mutter. I think that's my favorite reoccurring bit. Is any of the onomatopoeia dialogue is just read in bland default monotone voice. Listen to the things that whoops.
Listen to the things that come out of this boy's mouth. Young people these days don't know how to be polite.
And then Keiichi just BAM! The whole room lit up and started filling with the smell of gunpowder. However, none of my allies let themselves get swept up in the commotion and maintained their harsh stares. Those expressions made me feel as though I had a million supporters behind me. I was standing in front only as their representative. It wasn't my fight alone. This was everyone's fight.
My war. I don't know how to sing that song.
Because of that realization, the fierce looks the old people were giving me didn't intimidate me at all.
Keiichi-kun, this is not about us being your enemy or not. Our village fought with these officials during the dam conflict. However, I do understand that this has nothing to do with that. The dam conflict is a thing of the past.
I don't care what you thought about that. I'm talking about me, my friends, and Sadako. I never asked you about the dam conflict. Ever thought of getting your ears checked, old man? Based, man!
Why you? How can you talk to your elders like that? You disrespectful little brat. I like to have a word with your parents.
And my dad, standing behind me, gave an apologetic and bitter smile.
Pardon me.
How did I of the million slightly altered deep-throated voices I do, what did I do for
I think he was closer to Kasai, if anything.
Pardon me, as his father, I'm his father, you see. You're his father! How could you raise him like this? Excuse me. I guess I'm not a very good parent.
Based?
I'm not sure if I raised Keiichi the way I was supposed to.
My dad paused, and the next moment, however, his expression changed to a glare.
However, a single man known as Keiichi Maebara is standing here before all of these faces to voice his appeal that something about this doesn't make any sense. I don't care if he's my son or not. He's only making his assertion as a man. So I don't think there's really any reason to be talking to me here.
Dude, Keiichi's dad is so good. Like, Ryukishi really said, I'm gonna take Keiichi's dad and make him an absolutely based porn artist, and you're only gonna make him this good in chapter 7.
You can't.
He's just a jobber.
You can't write a porn artist dad. Be like, listen, Keiichi, you need to He's not gonna fucking moderate his son's behavior when he's clearly got a good motive going on.
I love it. His dad is so fucking good, man.
When he sees passion, he knows.
He does. He would know a lot about it. Silence filled the room as the old people sat there with their mouths agape. Oishi-san broke that silence with laughter.
No foo.
God, he's so
You
cool.
got plenty of pride, don't you? No foo.
My name is Rena Ryugu. Can I ask something? I don't understand the logic of how this damn conflict being over becomes a reason we shouldn't make our appeal to the Child Consultation Center. Would you explain that to us in detail?
There you go, Rena. Rena's voice remained perfectly level, as though the matter didn't really concern her. However, I could see the fury in her eyes. I was probably the only one who noticed that fury. The old people seemed like they'd rather deal with her than me.
Reina-chan, this village has no reason to fight with the government now that the damn conflict is over. During that time, we did fight them, true. But after the conflict was over, that's water under the bridge. So our village re-established relations with the government. Hinamizawa is not an individual country. We're just a small village in Japan. The government is taking care of us. That's why we need to try and get along with them.
Yeah, but Keiichi isn't fighting on behalf of the village. You fucking dumbass.
You're right.
Yep.
It is important for a village to have a good relationship with the government. Listen to Reina-chan. She understands us at least. Maebara's boy ought to learn from her.
I heard little bits and pieces from the noise of the crowd. Yeah, that's definitely true. Hinamizawa has been trying to fix its relationship with the government ever since the dam conflict ended.
Exactly, just as Mion-chan said.
The old men cheered. However, Shion was the next to open her mouth. That's why the town council and the government officials are best friends now. In fact, 2 officials always come along on the town council's annual hot springs trip. They get paid to participate too. The trip itself is mostly paid for with tax money, isn't it? Oh, and I know so many other things. Like the donations for the New Year and end-of-the-year parties, as well as the vast financial aid the town council receives for its festivities. The upcoming Watanagashi Festival is one of them. The government is putting millions of yen into subsidies and aid. They're the ones who pretty much pay for the whole festival. Ever since the conflict ended, the festival has been getting bigger and bigger. That's because we're receiving money from government officials. So if we get in trouble with them, I told you, man. We might not be able to hold the festival next year. That's why Hinamizawa keeps kissing their asses. Isn't that right, Uncle?
Shion-chan.
God, Shion's so base.
How did you know all that?
I switch places with my sis sometimes. The Shion voice is the one that will suffer the most out of this whole fucking ordeal.
This is Keiichi.
What the hell? That's a ridiculous story. I still don't understand why you're against what we're trying to do. Rena, will you sum this up for me? What are they saying?
Well, basically, they're colluding with the government officials so they can't risk upsetting them.
The whole room went into a panic after Rena summed it up so simply. Some of them were ashamed that we hit the nail on the head. Some of them were enraged by our ignorance. And some of them were simply angry about our disrespectful attitudes. All of them combined to throw the room into chaos of chattering and stomping.
Be quiet! Be quiet!
They all settled down after Kimiyoshi-san raised his voice.
Wow, Kimiyoshi, that's a very loud voice.
Yeah, Kimiyoshi, you really dabbed them right there. By the way, by the time they quieted, the mayor had a terrible look on his face.
Keiichi-kun, the relationship between the town council and the government officials has nothing to do with this. You're just sidestepping the issue yourself. There's no point in mixing the two up together. Listen, we won our battle against the damn project, but we're all labeled as a nest of troublemakers. And yes, we were taking advantage of that image during the conflict. However, now that the conflict is over, that image is working against us, badly. We need to try and repair it. Otherwise, this village will have no future. Do you understand? It's not just about being your enemy. It's much deeper than that.
In other words, you're saying that if Kei-chan rouses everyone to action, then the friendly atmosphere we've developed will be ruined. The old people nodded as Mion spoke. They were assuming that Mion was on their side.
Mi-chan, what do you mean by the friendly atmosphere? Does that mean that we shouldn't seek help for a poor, innocent girl who's being abused?
Dude, they tag team so fucking well together. They're trying to say that the Child Consultation Center is doing their job already, so they want us to stop interfering. Given their position, the officials can't say leave us alone that strongly, so they're asking our village to deal with the matter for them, since they're granting us a lot of subsidies. Poor Shion. Shion had a rough time between last session and this session. Oh, so what you're saying is the town council is the government's lapdog.
Hey, you! Watch what you're saying. Be a little more respectful, why don't you?
Not denying it. Why don't you watch what you're saying? I hope you're not refusing to help her just because Sadako is the daughter of the Hojo family.
That's not it. We're not saying anything about Sadako-chan. We're just telling you to take a look at the bigger picture, so some more restraint in your appeals. The Child Consultation Center isn't ignoring you. I'm sure they've taken your huge protests into account. They already understand your point. We're just saying that you're carrying this way too far.
That's rich coming from them.
Keiichi-kun, I just saw something really interesting. See? Look at what's in that picture frame over there.
Rena pointed at the wall, and everyone followed the direction of her finger. There were very many different picture frames all over the walls of the assembly hall. They mostly had to do with the dam conflict, and were usually about glorifying the Onigafuchi Guardians. Rena was pointing at a framed article. Kimiyoshi-san wrote it, way back when he was the leader of the Guardians during the dam conflict.
Look at the middle portion there. We attempted a peaceful negotiation, but the government and the marionette, the president of the electrical company, declined. They have trampled on our village's democratic movement and our native land with indescribable atrocities. That's what Kimiyoshi wrote for the dam conflict memorial. He wrote the same thing on the monument too.
Everyone knew why Rena had brought that up. I could hear them all gulping.
They attempted to negotiate peacefully with the government and its marionette, the electric company.
This might be Keiichi.
No. I think it's Rita.
Okay, yeah.
That
last line.
They attempted to negotiate peacefully with the government and its marionette, the electric company. What's this? Are you sure they don't mean the Hinamizawa Town Council instead of the electric company? Still, marionette is a difficult term. Do you think the people understand what that means? Could someone explain it to me?
Oh, thank you, Chie-sensei. Oh, a marionette is like a puppet. It means that while they're supposed to be an independent organization, they're actually being controlled, as though they're dancing on strings. Oh, that sounds like the perfect word to describe Hinamizawa right now. Yeah, that is perfect.
What are you saying? We're not their marionette. We're just trying to cooperate with them. Calling us a puppet is just splitting hairs.
But that's what you just stated. You clearly told us you want us to stop, not because of Sadako, but for the sake of the village. You said there's an issue between the village, or there's an issue because the village needs to maintain a friendly relationship with the government. Don't tell me that you didn't say exactly that. You did say it, didn't you?
I heard him. He said it had nothing to do with Sadako-chan. Mion, I thought there was a saying in...
Oh no,
it's Keiichi.
this is Keiichi for sure. Mion, I thought there was a saying in this village. Something about the whole village comes together for one villager? If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 would do so. If there are 8, 16 would fight back. If there are 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. If one person is abused, the whole village is abused. We all work together for that one villager. That's the unity of the Guardians. The unity of the Guardians is stronger than rock. That's what their leader said back in the day. They're actually getting, like, rolled by children. Imagine having your entire leadership structure for an entire village dissolved in, like, 10 minutes by a group of teenagers. And, like, 3 adults that realized, wait, they're just cooking with this. Mayor Kimiyoshi used to be the head of the Onikafuchi Guardians. He crossed his arms and started to groan. There were many things he wanted to say, but he knew none of them would make him look good. And so he continued to stay silent. When I moved here, Mion and Shion told me the valiant story of the dam conflict. But that unity didn't just start a few years ago, when the dam conflict happened. I believe those traditions have been here for over 40 years, ever since Japan lost the war. That's why I really respected those who forested the unity here since that era.
Respect those that fostered.
Fuck! That's why I really respect those who fostered the unity here since that era, and I find them incredible. And more than anything, I'm impressed by the courage the Onikafuchi Guardians displayed here in this picture frame. The government tried to pull many dirty tricks to submerge this village under the water, but the Guardians thwarted every one of them. Because of the efforts of those men, Hinamizawa is still here today. If they hadn't done anything, we'd be at the bottom of a lake right now. So I'm grateful that this village still exists, with its proud unity and beautiful scenery. I'm proud to call myself a resident of Hinamizawa.
That's damn right.
Someone shouted. It wasn't one of my friends. It was one of the elderly villagers.
That's why we fight! We fight because we all live together in this village. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 would do so. If there are 8, 16 would fight back. If there's 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. If one person is abused, the whole village is abused. Get together for one villager. That's the unity of the Guardians. Sadako Hojo is one of us.
Yeah, this is, I think, still him.
Is it? Now I'm confused.
Yeah, because they're... Yeah, because there's no end quote. Because he says Sadako Hojo is one of us, followed by you all know how horrible our
I feel like
uncle
this is Keiichi, but I can keep reading it.
Yeah, no, because someone shouted, so someone would have shouted that's damn right. It was one of the elderly villagers. Oh, wait, okay, no, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's Keiichi.
Yeah, okay. You want me to just redo this?
Yeah,
then? Okay. That's why we fight. We fight because we all live together in this village. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 would do so. If there are 8, 16 would fight back. If there's 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. If one person is abused, the whole village is abused. Get together for one villager. That's the unity of the Guardians. Sadako Hojo is one of us. You all know how horrible her uncle is. You all know that we can't leave her alone with him for a whole month. We need to save her from her uncle right this minute. We need the power of the Guardians one more time. We need the spirits of the Guardians to reunite again. Rina and Mion applauded, and the applause quickly spread to everyone. I saw smiles creeping across the faces of the old people. However, they quickly wiped away those smiles and started discussing with their neighbors.
Keiichi-kun is right. It's not like Hinamizawa has to obey the government all the time. But the damn conflict is over now. The government officials are taking care of us, too. I wasn't aware of that. Are they really supporting us that much? Well, on a personal level, I agree with what Mayabara's boys say.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's one of the...
I can't approve of how the town council is operating. Keiichi-kun is right. The village can't put pressure on him just because the government is telling us to do so. Mr. Mayor, we might not be able to support Keiichi-kun, but I also don't think we should have the right to tell him to stop. I don't like this Mayabara boy's attitude. He's way too disrespectful. You think you can get away with talking to us like that?
3 scary old guys came up to yell at me. I raised my own voice and yelled right back in their faces. It's not about my attitude. It's about the soul of this village. Get out of here if you don't have the courage to stand up for one of the innocent villagers.
How dare you speak to me in that way?
Thwack. The big old guy smacked me upside the head.
Keiichi, I think.
What do you think you're doing? Thwack. Oh no, that... Hey, yo! I hit him right back, and the room went into panic again. Rina approached us. I thought she'd come to stop me, but suddenly, she hit the old guy in the head too.
What? What are you doing? Don't think you can get away with this just cause you...
Oh.
Don't think you can get away with this just cause you're a girl.
He thwacked Rina upside the head. However, Rina talked back to him with a firm look in her eyes.
If one comes at you, 2 should fight back. Isn't that the spirit of Hinamizawa? Since you hit Rina-chan, 4 of us need to retaliate.
Please.
Let me in on this. Keiichi, your father's gonna fight too. Everything you've said is right. If they're going to try and stop you with violence, I won't turn a blind eye to that. There are 3 people blocking Keiichi's way. We need 6 people to fight them. Rika-chama!
I'm impressed to see that courage of yours, Rika-chama. Let me in on this too. Oh god, I forgot. Maya, I too will be taking his side. There it is. It's hard to do Shion into Chie. That's, I think, what fucks me up. Chie-sensei stood up. I thought she had given up under all the pressure. I was almost going to neglect my student. I prioritized myself, even though I thought I'd do anything for them. I'm ashamed to call myself a teacher. Wearing a fierce expression, she stared at the mayor. That was her answer to the pressure he'd tried to put on her.
Chie-sensei.
Or maybe it was
I
Keiichi,
think
who
that
knows.
I overstepped my bounds as an educator. However, what Mayabara-kun is doing is the right thing. As an educator, I have to acknowledge that fact, that he's doing something right. I can no longer tell him to stop.
If I have your support, Chie-sensei, then I have nothing to fear. Let me ask you people one more time. Is it more important to stay cozy with the officials than it is to save the life of one poor, innocent villager?
You don't even need to ask them, Kei-chan. This is no ordinary assembly hall. This used to be the headquarters of the Onikafuji Guardians. The people here were all members of the Guardians once. Nobody without their spirit would ever come to a place like this.
Mia-chan.
Mr. Mayor, Kei-chan's actions are embodying the spirit of Hinamizawa. The way he's trying to fight without fear is exactly what the Onikafuji Guardians were doing. I think it's shameful for this town council to tell him to stop. If you're still going to ask him to back off, I'm going to smash all of these pictures on the wall and set fire to the flag of the Guardians.
God damn.
The one rare violent Mion. Like, Mion has never done anything wrong.
Mion has never done anything wrong.
While the mayor did nothing but moan, somebody else raised his voice.
I'm going to support Mayabara-kun. He may be disrespectful, but he has the right spirit. I agree. It's pathetic the way
I don't know.
I agree. It's pathetic the way we're colluding with these government officials. Keiichi-kun, don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Keep on fighting. Don't give in to the pressure.
The assembly hall instantly filled with a great round of applause.
Mayabara-kun, tell us what's going on so far.
Very well. On the day that Sadako was kidnapped by her uncle, Chie-sensei visited her house. However, he refused to let Chie see her, and it was obvious that something unusual was going on. Chie-sensei called the Child Consultation Center right after that.
That night, a social worker visited her house. However, they determined that there was no abuse going on, and they put her case on hold. This might be a normal way to handle the situation, but they don't know how dangerous that uncle is. For that reason, the 5 of us went to the Child Consultation Center to let them know how urgent it was that she was to be rescued.
They said that they'd take that into consideration, but they still didn't take action after that. We thought the 5 of us was not enough, so the next day we went there along with more than 20 of our classmates. You took the whole class?
Kei-chan gave a very moving speech. He told them that they had to save their friend and not abandon her. If he was here during the dam conflict, I'm sure his charisma could have resolved it a year earlier. Riz.
We all know too well how spirited this lad is. The consultation center was not willing
That's
to...
Keiichi.
Whoops.
The consultation center was still not willing to listen to us on the second day. We made almost no progress. All they told us is that they were working on it.
No, Keiichi-kun, you did make progress. They were so intimidated they asked someone from the local government to check on our town council. In fact, they tried to pressure us into stop. The fact that they tried to pressure us to stop meant that what you did was working. You made progress.
I see. I guess you could look at it like that. If they weren't scared of us, they wouldn't have acted that way. On the 3rd day, we called all of our friends and gathered 60 people. This time, we got to meet the head of the office. He listened to us, but he didn't say what their decision would be.
Keiichi-kun, to tell you the truth, at that point, the council had already spoken to the officials and had made our decision to stop you. After the Child Consultation Center confirmed that the whole village wasn't involved in the protests, they decided to ignore your appeal.
That's what I thought. I could feel that from the way the head of the office treated us. It was obvious that they were just trying to get it over with. We're planning to go there tomorrow too, but I wonder if they'll even pretend to listen. They may not even let us in because they think the village is pressuring us to stop.
Yeah, they think that the village is on their side.
The village needs to publicly announce that they're supporting Keiichi. I agree. Otherwise, they wouldn't listen to us again.
We should do that. We should tell him that Hinamizawa is not going to stop Mayabara-kun from what he's doing.
Oh, that's...
Personally,
Higurashi.
I don't want to complain about Keiichi-kun's actions. However, it's complicated when I think about it from the town council's point of view. Even if we tell them that we're not on either side, they'll think that we're on his side. That's tantamount to picking a fight with them. But I still have to respect the opinion of the council too. I can't just decide this on my own. I need to get approval from all the council members.
Most of them are here right now.
So you say, but
Keiichi.
Yeah. Let's just be honest here. You're afraid that there are some among you who are against saving the daughter of the Hojo family, aren't you? The whole room sunk into silence. That was the heart of the matter. Everyone thinks that the dam conflict is over. You all told us a few minutes ago. You also think that there's no need to discriminate against the Hojo family now that everything is said and done. However, you're still afraid of her family.
You're afraid that you'll be bad-mouthed if you interact with the Hojo family.
Sadako-chan's parents were indeed the leaders of the evacuation supporters, but what crime did Sadako-chan herself commit?
Personally, I don't have anything against her, but other people do. I don't have anything against her either. The conflict is over, and her parents have also passed away. I don't hate her either, but I know there are some people who still do, yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you hate Sadako, please raise your hand. I'm sure no one will. Yet you all still believe that interacting with her will make others speak ill of you. However, no one's going to. There is nobody like that.
No, that can't be true. There's one person at least.
Then tell me who it is. Tell me who told you directly that they hate Sadako.
The room fell silent again. It had become obvious that they were all avoiding Sadako because of a huge misunderstanding. The Child Consultation Center won't do anything, no matter what we do. They're convinced that the town council is on their side. We won't be able to fight until the council makes it clear that they're not supporting them.
Kimiyoshi, by any chance, do you need approval from someone?
Ouch. You're right on the money with that one.
The mayor forced out a smile. I had no idea what Rika-chan was talking about, but she must have hit the nail on the head. Who could it be, though? Audio. Who was that someone? If I could persuade them, the village would end up supporting us.
Are you talking about my hag of a grandmother?
The Kimiyoshi family has forgiven the Hojo family. The Furude family has done the same, right?
Meep. I'm one of the leaders of the three families too.
Hinamizawa has 3 powerful families who all make decisions for the village. That's been a tradition since the time of the Onikafuchi village. It's kind of an old tradition, but this was a road we couldn't avoid. So all we need is approval from the Sonozaki family. I've heard that they have the most power among the 3. Everyone knew that, but it was taboo to speak it. It's something only I could say, since I didn't have the ties they did.
If we can persuade Mi-chan's grandmother, will the town council support us?
What do you think, Mian-chan?
I don't want to fight with Granny. But if she's standing between Sadako and safety, I'll have to do it. I won't be fighting as the next head of the family. I'll be fighting as Sadako's friend.
Kimiyoshi-san, please promise. If we persuade
that's Keiichi, yep. Kimiyoshi-san, please, promise. If we persuade Mion's grandmother, will we have the council's support?
Of course. No one would complain if it was the decision of the 3 families.
Let me get this straight. You're all refusing to help because you're afraid of Mion's grandmother, right? You're all grown adults. Good grief.
That's what you say. That's what you say, but isn't Oreo terrifying?
That's not true. I know Mi-chan's grandmother very well. Sure, she has a scary side, but she's not that bad. Keiichi-kun is scarier than her when he's angry.
Yeah, and Rina is even scarier than me. Alright, I'm going to persuade Mion's grandmother. Support us when we succeed. Actually, don't just quietly support us either. I'm expecting you guys to take action too.
What do you mean by that?
We want the Onikafuchi Guardians to reunite. Are you going to let us kids do all the protesting?
You want us to protest too? We can't do that. We should do that. We're gonna tell those officials that we're gonna fight against them. We need to do everything we can. If we're gonna support Keiichi-kun on behalf of the whole village, we need to make things clear to them. We have to support these kids if we're going to be on their side. Once we decide to do that, it's no longer just Maebara-kun's fight. It'll be the village's fight too. In that case, you should be our leader, Kimiyoshi-san. There's no way the mayor shouldn't participate in the protest. Alright, I get it. I got it already. If Oreo-san gives us her approval, I'll act like a man. I'll help Keiichi-kun. Does everyone here agree?
Aye.
But you're not gonna help him persuade Oreo-san?
Fine. I'll come with him to persuade Oreo-san. The way he talks might be too immature for her. She needs someone who can talk like an old person.
I'm sorry for being so disrespectful today. I really have to apologize, everyone.
Don't worry, you said some good things. You broke up the collusion in one fell stroke. Your refusal to cave under pressure is the very pride of Hinamizawa itself. I'm sorry for hitting you. I got pretty riled up.
This is, I think, Keiichi, yeah. No, that was my fault.
It could have been reversed, who knows?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
You did a good job too, Chie-sensei.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's Keiichi.
Yeah.
You're a wonderful teacher. I really didn't know that some people were so bitter towards the Hojo family. Probably, Hojo's son is the most bitter of anybody.
Which isn't even true either.
Right.
However, according to Mion, Oreo-san doesn't hate the Hojo family either. Really, the whole thing was ridiculous.
No for fun, good for you, my brother-son. I never thought you'd get the town council on your side.
No, I don't have them on my side just yet. I need to persuade Mion's grandmother first.
Oh, your son is like a dictator around here, but she won't do anything that would make her lose the trust of the villagers. If you've already settled things with the town council, then it'll be hard for the Sonozakis to oppose you alone. You're such a great negotiator. You insulted them at the start, but then you gradually buttered them up.
I did it the way my dad writes articles for his art magazine. That's the same style he uses. I can't believe it's the Keiichi family telling someone to go fuck themselves, followed immediately ends up buttering them up and winning them onto your side. God, I love his family.
Ho ho! Your father set a good example for you, huh? He's an artist, isn't he? I'd love to see his work someday.
Oishi would love to see his work.
Oh well.
That's probably Keiichi.
My dad doesn't even let me see his work. I guess he can't show it to him either.
Oh, that was it.
What kind of dirty pictures is he drawing? Well then, let's go and see Oreo-san tomorrow night. We can't go right away. Once she gets into a bad mood. Oh, that's...
Well then,
Probably
let's go see
Kiyoshi.
Oreo-san tomorrow night. We can't go right away. Once she gets into a bad mood, she'll never listen to us.
I'll be coming along too. Who else is going?
I'm coming too. Renaissance also coming. She said she'd cleave her head apart if she doesn't nod for it.
Nodded for
Fuck, nod it for us.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Don't be mean, Chi-chan. I'm going to, Keiichi. I'll talk to Odio myself.
I see, I see. Give her a piece of your mind. Of course, I plan to myself as well.
I'll try to be there too. I might be able to help just by being around.
This sure is getting interesting. Are you ready to defeat that eagle hag? Whoa. Are you ready to defeat that evil hag, sis?
To be honest, I'd wish you'd swap with me tomorrow.
Keiichi-kun, you've made great progress today.
Yeah. The more people we have on our side, the stronger we become. We can save Sadako if the whole village gets together. This village once won against the national government, after all. The old people seem proud to hear me talk about the dam conflict. Everyone started talking about all the heroic things they did back then. I thought... Oh yeah, this is Rika.
I thought we could never save Sadako, but that fate was reaching... I thought we could never save Sadako, but that fate was reaching its end. The power we have right now is overwhelming. The power to defeat fate is far stronger than the mere chance alignment of a few coincidences.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
What a banger of a fucking chapter, man. Holy shit. What a banger of a fucking chapter. Oh, God, I love Keiichi so much, man. He's so cool.
The next evening.
Yes, the next evening. We were all gathered at the Sonozaki residence. I thought we'd be talking with Mion's grandma over tea or something. However, it wasn't... There, trying to give you a little bit of an armrest. However, it wasn't so relaxed a situation as that. Mion's grandmother stayed in her futon. She was propped up against a huge cushion and made me feel like I was about to talk to a queen. That wasn't the only thing either. There were about 5 members of the Sonozaki family surrounding her, as though I was at some kind of Yakuza gathering. Yes, smiley. Yes, this wasn't just any old town council meeting. It was a meeting of the 3 families. I kind of felt as though I didn't belong, but I also didn't have time to be afraid. If I could persuade this lady, I could get help from the villagers. So that's the situation. If the town council doesn't change their current...
Nope.
Oh, yeah, this is
That's the situation. If the town council doesn't change their current stance, then no matter what Keiichi-kun says past this point, the center won't listen to him. At the very least, the town council needs to declare their neutrality.
The mayor was the first to speak. The old woman looked very grave. I couldn't tell if she always wore an expression like that, or if the story made her look that way. She made a comment in a very low voice to her people. The lady wearing a kimono spoke for her instead. She must be Mion's mother. Milfazaki's in this chapter! God damn!
Oh, it's me, Akane. The child consultation center is simply doing their job. They understand how much you care about her, and they're going to take your appeal into consideration. What more are you expecting from them?
Mom.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Wow.
Let me explain this to you. Sadako's uncle is a horrible man. He regularly beat Sadako last year, and I'm sure he's even worse this time around because of his lover up and abandoning him.
Didn't you investigate him, Kasai? Tepe Hojo, I mean.
Yeah, we haven't seen Kasai in so long.
I don't know how to do his voice. I did make such a report to Akane-san.
And then he did it first try.
And you see, Mom, if we let the Child Consultation Center take care of this, it'll take months for them to save Sadako. I can't let her stay with that jerk for that long.
Milfazaki.
No, it's Milfazaki.
Yeah. Milfazaki.
Akane.
She's not gonna die. Stop making such a big fuss over this.
Nope.
Oh my god. Ah! Wait, how do I do audio? Oreo! She's not going to die! No, fuck. I don't think I could do it with my throat right now. Hold on. The bird, Oreo! She's not going to die! Stop making such a big fuss over this! There it is! He found it! The old lady finally spoke, but she didn't have anything pleasant to say. She might not die, but... Then shut up, you idiot! Worse, you're not even willing to risk your own life over this! Grow a backbone, you twit! What nonsense! The more I listen, the more nonsense I hear!
Jesus.
I love Orio's voice so much. Wow. So that's why the whole village is afraid of her. This was Oreo Sonozaki, known variously as the Hag or Empress Sonozaki.
Oreo, Sadako is my friend. I want you to save her.
Rika-chama, remember what I told you all this time? You have to choose your friends carefully. That girl is a demon child of the Hojo family. I'm disappointed in you too, Dr. Erie. Aren't you old enough to realize what you're doing? And see, she just doesn't even hate Hojo. She's just lying to lie. I hate old people.
Sadako-chan is the daughter of the Hojo family, but she's not the one who supported the dam project and fought against the village. I think it's unfair for you to judge her that way.
Shut up! Who do you think you're talking to, you piece of shit?
Are you sure she's willing to forgive Sadako-chan?
And that's what Mion told me. I think I get where the other villagers are coming from now.
You do look like you have something to say, Keiichi-kun. You should just let it out.
God.
Yeah?
I love Milfazaki, dude.
Uh-huh.
I made eye contact with Mion's mom.
Mion's mom has got it going on.
She's very pretty, but she was wearing the same grave look as Audio. By then, I had no doubt that this was Mion's mother. I don't mind talking. Is it really okay, though?
Go ahead. You came all the way here to the Sonozaki residence. You should speak if you want to.
Rina nodded in agreement. Okay. Audio Sonozaki-san. My name...
Can you guess who it is? Can you
Oh
guess
my
who it is?
god.
My name is Keiichi Mayabara.
I'm not even tapped in. Let's fucking kill myself. I hate that started into Minagoroshi, and every time I go to start a chapter, I'll just be like, here's the line I read. Click. I'm not fucking tapped in.
I moved here not too long ago. Nice to meet you.
It feels almost like a bit with how much it occurs. Like, it feels like I do it on purpose.
I already know a great deal about you.
Let me tell you something. When your family moved to this village, you didn't come here to introduce yourself. That left a pretty bad impression.
Why was Mion only telling me that now? I sure hope I'm not too late to introduce myself.
Keiichi, yeah.
Leave aside the fact that it's Sadako Hojo for a minute. The important thing to note is that a villager is in danger right now. In order to help that person, we have no choice but to make an appeal to the Child Consultation Center. Besides, I'm doing all this of my own accord. I haven't caused you any trouble.
But you heard from the mayor that you have been causing trouble, didn't you? The Hinamizawa Town Council and the Shishibone City Hall are working together. The Shishibone mayor and this
Virago.
She uses big words. The Shishibone mayor and this Virago here had a talk with each other, and they decided to coexist. That was necessary for this village to prosper.
But that village is going to let an innocent girl suffer?
Yeah, that's Akane. Didn't you hear what I just said? No one is going to just let her suffer. The consultation center will take action when appropriate. You want them to hurry up, but frankly, you're being selfish.
The town council and the government officials are in a business relationship. They're treating Sadako's issue like it's an ordinary one. So basically, you're saying that you don't care how much danger Sadako is in right now. Like Mion just told you, Teppei is a horrible person. When Sadako showed up at school 3 days after she was kidnapped, she was already at her wit's end. After only 3 days. I can't even imagine what would happen if we left her alone with him for a month. There's no guarantee that she will be saved after that either. At that point, they might just decide to put her case on hold again. Mrs. Sonozaki, does the emotional damage she's suffering not matter at all to you?
So what do you think we should do?
I'm making an appeal to the Child Consultation Center, asking them to save her as soon as possible. I'm going to continue going to the center until they do.
Well then, there you go. You can just continue your appeal. It's none of the Sonozaki's business. Isn't that enough?
Damn it. She's so hard-headed. It was easy to win an argument with the old people in the assembly hall, since they got agitated so quickly. But Akane-san, Mion's mom, is way tougher than that.
It's the new Tomotage Flash. It's the new Tomotage Flash.
Both of the Sonozaki sisters and their grandmother are quick to anger, but Akane-san seemed incredibly calm. She was calm, but still full of animosity. But I can't continue our appeal anymore. If the town council doesn't tell the officials that they're going to support us, the Child Consultation Center won't listen to us at all.
Did you hear that, Mom? We can't just do whatever we want. We need the town council to decide whether they're going to support us or not.
Actually, the council has already made their decision. They said they'd support us as long as Granny agreed.
Audio.
Audio?
Who the hell made that decision behind my back?
And Kimiyoshi standing fucking fingers together. Smiley. You're all aware of how the Hojo family acted during the Dam conflict, aren't you? If you're asking me to forgive them, my answer's still no.
I'm not really familiar, actually. What was Sadako-chan's parents like? Her mom was like a stronger version of Sadako. Her dad was, well, Teppei's older brother. He was even stronger and scarier than Teppei.
Scarier than Teppei? That's not very funny. I see. Now I'm starting to understand how they clashed with the Sonozaki family. I guess she hasn't forgotten how much they pissed her off. Ah, you're saying it out loud so we can hear. My children have told me a lot about you. I heard you're one courageous boy. I love Akane, man. Let me tell you this straight up. She has the straight hairline, man!
My God.
God damn! Her alt sprite, like...
Old Sprite better, but I mean,
I fuck with the kimono more.
I like the straight black kimono.
It's fair, honestly.
I don't know if it's like appropriate to wear outside of a funeral setting, but
I mean, audio can die any second. This is basically a funeral. They're all just waiting for it to happen so they come pre-dressed. Let me tell you this straight up. We'll be satisfied as long as that old lady in the futon just nods her head. I'm not expecting you all to get involved in our protest. All I need is for her to nod. And if she says no? I'd smash her head in and make Mion the new family head so she can nod for us.
I love Keiichi. What the fucking hell did you just say, you goddamn son of a bitch? Someone bring me a sword! I'll cut him into pieces and dump him in the well!
Are you ready for a fight, old lady? Whatever you ate tonight will be your last supper.
Shut up, you fucking little shit! Do you even know who you're talking to?
The evil hag sent a violent glare my way. The intimidating aura around her became almost visible. Normally I'd be terrified. However, I can't back off today. Sadako doesn't have much time left. Everyone here knows that. We all know that she'll be forever damaged in only a few more days. Oh, he's busting out the Mayabara family tradition right now. We would then cry and lament our powerlessness. We have to fight as best we can, so that we have no regrets. There can be no limits to how far we'd go to save her. Let me make this clear. Sadako is my friend. I'm fighting for her sake. How about you? I heard that you used to be like that. You once fought, you and the whole village, just to save one villager. Isn't that how strongly you rejected the dam project? Here we go.
You're just an outsider.
Wait a minute, old lady. I'm not an outsider. I'm Keiichi Mayabara from Hinamizawa. I'm fighting to save my friend, who is also from Hinamizawa. How can you say that I'm an outsider?
Horio-san, Mayabara-kun came to this village not too long ago, but he's already adapted to our way of life. He's a young man with lots of promise.
Since when did you think disrespect is the same as promise, Dr. Irie?
Hey, I'm telling you, man, it sucks because I'm realizing all of the audio voice uses the same spot that the Shion voice does, and it's just completely buffed the fuck out today.
Someone bring my medicine and tea already. All this blood rushing to my head is making it ache.
The man on the far end stood up and brought over some tea and medicine. If you think I'm being disrespectful, then let me make this request properly. We want the Sonozaki family's help in order to save Sadako Hojo. Sadako lives in this village too. Moreover, she's my friend. Please, help us. As I deeply bowed my head to her, my friends bowed along with me. Keiichi-kun, raise your head.
What shall we do, Mother?
It's none of my business. What are you expecting out of me?
Sadako-chan is like family to Keiichi-kun. It's only natural for him to seek help for his family.
It's both of them.
Mom!
However, the Sonozaki family and the Hojo family were enemies. They once disparaged Mother in public, too. We can never forgive them for doing that. This is an issue of distinction.
What do you mean, distinction?
They would need to make an apology. However, the parents died in an accident. There's no one else who can apologize to us. Forgiveness won't come cheap.
So if she apologizes to you, you'll forget about what her family did?
The world we live in is one of honor. If she apologizes to us, we'll have no choice but to forgive her. Are you going to make Sadako-chan apologize?
Sure, I'll make her apologize for what her parents did. Her parents can't be here to do so, so you'll still forgive her, won't you?
We'll have to see her before we make our final decision. But I suppose we can say that we'll forgive her.
What do you think, Odio-san? What if Sadako-chan apologized to you about the dam conflict?
Well, I'll think about that when she apologizes to me. I might forgive her if she really did.
She laughed, obviously thinking that Sadako would never actually apologize to her. It seemed for a moment as though Rina had compromise in mind. However, Rina always has a plan up her sleeve.
But if she apologized to you, would you apologize to her for discriminating against her? Would you apologize to her for discriminating against an innocent girl who didn't deserve to be treated that way?
Huh?
Sadako-chan wasn't the one supporting the dam project. She's just a child of those who did. But you just hate her for her last name. You're not just an orty old lady in this village. You hold a great influence over the people here, because you're the leader of the Sonozaki family. Your public hatred towards Sadako-chan and had a huge impact on the way the village thinks.
Yeah. That became clear with the town council too. Everyone is afraid to interact with the Hojo family because of how much you hate them.
You're the mother of all of Hinamizawa. You were instrumental in keeping us all afloat in the difficult times after the war. It's only natural that you hold such great influence over the people here.
You're aware of how much your decisions can affect the whole village. Let me say this again. Sadako is my friend. She's my family. If your influence is going to cause us trouble, I will do battle with you. That's what protecting your friends is all about.
I'm impressed to hear that from... Ooh. Ah! I'm impressed to hear that from a city boy like you. Let me explain what the other family members...
No. This is her mom.
Oh. I'm impressed to hear that from a city boy like you. Let me ask what the other family members think. Well, how about it, everyone?
What he's saying does make sense. The problem between the Sonozaki family and the Hojo family is not his business, but he's clear about how much he wants to save her. There wouldn't be any problem if she wasn't a child of the Hojo family. They can do whatever they want to. We as a family can just stay neutral. Don't you agree?
You take one.
No, that's apparently not enough for everyone.
No.
Of course, that's the one Kasai line.
That's not even Kasai. That's
Oh, okay.
No, apparently that's not enough, everyone.
The big scary man in sunglasses spoke with a deep voice.
He's saying that the town council won't support them unless the Sonozaki family agrees as well.
Agrees to as well. Fucking manga gamer. No, it's not. Unless the Sonozaki family agree to as well.
Fucking Tyler moment.
Shut up. I'm cutting that.
And without the support of the council, the center won't listen to them either. We need to be clear about our decision on this one.
What do you think?
Audio?
No, it's Kane.
Oh.
Keiichi-kun, you're a stronger man than my daughters have led me to believe. Frankly, I've had to change my opinion of you. You're a man among men.
Hey, yo.
Oh shit! It's fucking Keiichi's dad.
Oh, it's Keiichi's dad.
Keiichi-kun, you're a stronger man than my daughters have led me to believe. Frankly, I've had to change my opinion of you. You're a man among men.
Hello, are you Mion's father? I thought he was the boss of a Yakuza clan or something. Must be that something part. Oh, wait, I did hear once that her dad is exactly that. He certainly looks the part.
It's partly our fault that your family is struggling.
Friends.
Your friend is struggling. Interesting. Her parents aside, she's just an innocent girl. Isn't that right, mother?
Who even cares? Anyone who bears the Hojo name is an ungrateful little shit. He even told me a few minutes ago that he's going to smash my head in. A bastard like that doesn't deserve to be called a man among men.
Mother, can we help Keiichi-kun this one time? He's a passionate young man. Not many youngsters these days have that kind of inner strength.
Granny, please. We need your help. Sadako is my friend too. I deeply respect how you fought for this village. I want to fight like you, for my friends.
I'm asking for your help too. Sadako is my family. She's a little sister to me. Please, please give us your help.
Upon seeing the twins bowing so deeply, the stubborn old woman simply stared at them with that grave look of hers. That's impressive. Getting both the Sonozaki twins on the same page for something? Mm-hmm. It's impressive. I figured it would be difficult to get her to cooperate with us. The mayor looked troubled too. Mion's grandma eventually turned her gaze to me, and I stared back at her. Base Keiichi. I already bowed to you once, so I'm not going to do that again. But let me say it just one more time. Please help us. Sadako is my friend, and she's one of the villagers. She was never disrespectful to you. You have no reason to hate her.
If I nod my head, what happens next?
Once the council is on our side, the consultation center will have to hear us out. If they still don't listen, then we'll go there again. We'll go there with the whole village. Tomorrow is Saturday. The consultation center is open in the morning. The villagers will all be gathering for the preparation for the festival then. So I'll just take them all along with me.
So that would be crazy. You'd be involving hundreds of people.
How many people would come, exactly?
I don't know how many of them would, but I'd definitely go make a speech in front of them all.
How do things look to you, Mr. Mayor?
Most of the council members are supporting them. Our relationship with the government is important, but some of them think it's more important to fight for Sadako-chan. That is, to resurrect the spirit of the Guardians. We all understand what Keiichi-kun is trying to do, and no one disagrees with him.
So the whole village is united, even without Mother. But you're still seeking final approval from the Sonozaki family. That's a rather dirty way to do business.
Akane-san, Oryo-san. To put it simply, oh, this is... Yeah.
Who is this? Is it his dad? Her dad? Kane-san.
It might be...
No, it's Kimiyoshi.
Okay.
Akane-san, or Oryo-san. To put it simply, I feel bad for Sadako-chan. She's doing the best she can, even though she's all alone. I think it's time for us to let her know that she won't be ostracized by anyone anymore.
I refuse. I will never forgive the demon child of the Hojo family.
Fine then. You're the enemy of my friend. That makes you my enemy. I'm going to kill you right here. Mion, you can take her place and lend us your support then. I'm gonna kill this old bat right this minute. Based Keiichi. As I jumped up, her family members stood in my way. They all had put their hands into their pockets. I don't want to imagine what they might pull out of there. Oh, what? This is audio.
Yeah.
This is pissing me off! How dare you say that? I can't take this anymore!
Audio, I think your blood think of your blood. Fuck. Audio, think of your blood pressure.
Ha! I'm sorry, Rika-chama. Will you pass me that bag of medication? My veins really are going to burst.
She was mumbling too much for me to tell what she was saying, but I could tell that she was furious. She whispered something into Mion's mother's ear. She spoke for her instead. I'm sorry, but this is it for tonight. She has a horrible headache and she can't talk with you any longer. But I still haven't gotten my answer. Keiichi-kun, you need to learn to play by the adults' rules. I've been very patient with you today. That's because you're a friend of my daughter's. You need to reflect on that, don't you think?
Kate-chan, we've done enough today. Let's get out of here.
Based on Mion and Shion's reactions, Mion's mom is very scary when she's angry. They were convinced that their mom was going to explode in about 10 seconds. Still, should we really leave after just that? Damn it, I really want her to nod. If she gives me an answer tonight, I can gather a huge crowd tomorrow. The people at the Child Consultation Center were laughing at us today. We'd gradually increased the number of people we had until the 3rd day, but on the 4th we had far less. They must think that we won't show up at all within a couple of days. No matter what, we can't stop showing up. How many days has it been since she was taken by her uncle? We don't have a single day to waste. However, for tonight, the meeting was over. The old lady went to sleep and we were kicked out of the room. Even though the rest of us were forced to leave, the mayor stayed behind to wrap things up. We decided to wait in the yard for him to come back out. Damn it, we were almost there.
You said everything you needed to say. You have to give her time to think about it. Of course, we don't exactly have time to waste.
What do you think, Coach?
Horio-san was in a very foul mood. Once she gets like that, she'll stay that way for at least 3 days. It might be difficult for us to take any villagers along for the protest tomorrow. At least she listened to us until the end. We just have to trust that she'll make the right decision.
You're right. It's hard to trust in someone and just wait, though. I'm just gonna say Mion.
Hey everyone, you all did a good job in there.
And Mion and Shion ran over to join us. Hey, you two did a good job too. How was it? Do you think it'll work?
I have no idea. From the looks of it, she was in a really terrible mood. Honestly, Kei-chan, I don't think you should ever come back here.
What, so I can't ever hang out at your house again? Jeez.
Still, that was really impressive, Kei-chan. You didn't even seem scared.
Was she that scary? She had a scary look on her face, sure, but it wasn't that bad.
You can only say that because you don't know how scary she really is. Well, as they say, ignorance is bliss.
That's not true. I think he would have fought her even if he knew how scary she really can be. Speaking of which, you seemed fine when she yelled at you too, Ryugu-san. She might have raised her voice, but she wasn't actually angry. I wasn't scared at all either, not at all.
Did she really not look angry to you?
No, your grandmother wasn't angry at all.
Is that really how it looked to her? To me, it looked like her head was going to explode. The next moment, I heard someone walking towards us. It was the mayor, who was accompanied by Mion's mother. We have to put someone on screen.
Oh, Uncle Kimiyoshi. How was it? Did the old witch finally start melting?
Well, we got her approval.
Fucking gigantic, man.
What? You mean...
Fucking...
It's Viargo, right?
Virago.
Virago. The Virago gave you the green light. You can do whatever you want now, Keiichi-kun. Are you serious?
Is that really true, Mom?
The hag was so ticked off, though. I can't even imagine what caused her to grant us permission. No matter how it happened, I guess she accepted me in the end. The Virago gave approval for the town council to support Keiichi-kun. Now you have the Onigafuchi Guardians on your side. With them, there's no way you can lose. But you can't put up a disgraceful fight either. You only just moved to this village, but you'll need to understand and appreciate the history of Hinamizawa. Can you take on this responsibility? Yes, I can. My, you're a brave boy. You do have my respect. It takes great courage to aggress the Virago like that. Fuck. It gave me chills when you jumped on top of her and put your hands around her throat. Well, I almost did jump on her, but I wasn't actually serious. Listen for a moment. You jumped on top of her and nearly choked her to death. That's how it's going to be. Why? That's so violent. The Virago can't possibly forgive the Hojo family. She also can't possibly give you what you want simply because you came to her and begged for it. So unless the story goes something like, after Keiichi-kun violently fought with the Virago, she was impressed by his chivalry and decided to grant him special permission, it won't sound convincing. Got it, Mion?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Things can't just be simple with her, huh?
This is how a legend is born. Now people will believe that you physically fought with the hag in order to save Sadako. People are going to be afraid of you, Kei-chan.
This is the beginning of the legend of Keiichi the Strongest. Everybody will run and hide when they see you in the streets.
I don't want to be a legend. But anyways, thank you very much.
Added an S.
Oh, God. Fuck you. Fuck you! I forgot about that! God damn it. Is that into Minagoroshi?
It's everywhere.
No, I know it's everywhere, but when do we have the
no,
full fucking conversation about it?
I think it is into Higurashi.
It's either into Minagoroshi or
you're close to it.
Himatsubushi.
You're close to it.
You don't need to thank me. The town council made the decision. We can't go against their wishes. In fact, we would have preferred it if you just ignored us and went ahead with things. That was a dirty move of yours, Mayor Kimiyoshi-san.
No, well, I'm glad she gave us her approval after all of that.
The Virago always worried about Sadako-chan because people were still treating her poorly. She thought that she could only make everything right with her death. But thanks to all of you, she was able to settle this issue before the end. I'm sure she appreciates it. No, we're very thankful to her as well. I'll have to come here again to thank her in person. That's not a good idea. She'll chase you around with a sword next time. In fact, I'm surprised she didn't do that today. She must be fond of you, Keiichi-kun.
I thought so too. Orio's even more fond of using her sword.
Rika-chan, don't say that with such a big smile. I'm glad I'm still alive. I've grown fond of you too after today. That's what being a man is all about. Sadako-chan is a very lucky girl, having such a dedicated man as you.
Wait, Mom, Sadako-chan and Kei-chan aren't like that.
Oh, they're not? If he doesn't have a girl yet. I knew it was coming. I was gonna say something earlier where, like, after this whole thing, Oreo just pulls Akane aside and was like, we have to get him in the family. Oh, they're not. If he doesn't have a girl yet, then you two have a chance. Hey, Keiichi-kun, between Mion and Shion, which do you prefer? You can call me your mother from now on if you like. Dude, Akane is so based! If Mion and Shion simultaneously turned red and hit me with their fist and their elbow.
Came me on stonks going fucking
Dude,
sky high to
high.
the fucking moon.
Not even Kamion, the Keizaki stonks going through the roof. The apple sure doesn't fall far from the tree, huh? Their mom talks just the same way they do.
Well, Keiichi-kun, you managed to successfully persuade Oreo-san.
No, this is... yeah.
Well, Keiichi-kun, you'd managed to successfully persuade Oyo-san. Just as we promised, you have the council's support. We'll call the people in charge tomorrow and let them know. And of course, I'll tell them that Sadako-chan to take Sadako-chan under their protection as soon as possible. We have Oreo-san supported too. I'm sure Sadako-chan will be rescued shortly after my call.
Are you serious?
You just managed to persuade someone that important, Kei-chan.
So, Sadako-chan really will be safe this time tomorrow?
We can't say that for sure. If they refuse Uncle Kimiyoshi's request, that means the Onikafuchi Guardians will come after them. He's normally a calm guy, but he's like a monster when he becomes the leader of the Guardians. Aren't you, Uncle?
I'll be a monster if I have to. I can promise you that. I'll do my best to ensure that Sadako-chan is rescued as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. Also, will you please stop ostracizing Sadako just because of who her parents were?
We heard you saying bad things about her, you know. Something about how she was a member of a cursed family.
I was just saying those things because of the other people. I don't personally have anything against her.
Then quit saying it, alright? Please accept her as just another child of the village.
Of course. I'll never say that again. I promise you that. I'm afraid Keiji-kun might throttle me too.
God damn. Good times.
That's such a good-ass chapter, man.
After that, we started heading back home. Sadako still isn't saved, but I think we made huge progress today just the same. The mayor is going to call the Child Consultation Center tomorrow to tell them that he's on our side. He's also going to persuade them to save Sadako as soon as possible. He'll bring up Oreo-san's name, too.
Is Sadako really gonna be rescued from her fate?
Yeah, I'm sure she will. She might even be saved by tomorrow. If not, we'll go all out next time. It'll be the war to end all wars. Also, Rika-chan.
Neat.
Don't use words like fate anymore. Putting it like that, it's like it's already been decided. But see, nothing is actually decided in advance. We're the ones who make our own futures. So stop using the word fate, as if there's nothing we can do. Rika seemed to think about what I said for a while. I wonder if, for a moment, if I said something that hurt her feelings, but Rika-chan soon smiled at me.
Talking to Hanyu.
Okay, I'll do what you say. I won't use that word anymore. You told me you could change fate as easily as tearing a piece of paper, and after 100 years, you're about to break that horrible cycle of Teppei's return. I can now believe that the danger that awaits me is something that can be changed as well. The worst thing that could ever happen to you is you not moving to Hinamizawa. I experienced that twice in the past 100 years. Those were the saddest worlds of all.
I couldn't even imagine that. Keiichi not moving to Hinamizawa and like what would happen in June with the club and everything else and like Teppei coming back. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Ryukishi was like, we'll save you from that story. I swear to God.
Oh, no, don't worry, he wrote it.
When?
Higurashi, the epilogue.
Oh, is that really an epilogue? Is just Keiichi doesn't move?
It's one of the things that happens. That's why we're reading it.
You think Ryukishi was like writing on laminated paper because he's sobbing as he's like trying to write this arc? You know?
When they cry, I laugh.
I don't understand a thing that just came out of your mouth. You're trying to confuse the issues, aren't you?
Meep. That's a secret.
Star.
I'll do just as Keiichi. Oh, Rika.
Ooh, switch.
I'll do just as Keiichi says. I won't use the words like I won't lose words like fate anymore.
Hanyu goes, hey guys, I'm still in this game, remember me? And I Alt F4. Oh, I really thought that was it. I thought
too.
that was the end of the chapter. Holy shit. Okay.
Child consultation epilogue? Oh, it's the Kimiyoshi.
Does it go
call.
through the whole thing here? I thought it would have been a tip or something.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you for calling.
Wait, do you want me to be Jobber so then you can just do Kimiyoshi and not have to do both?
Sure.
Okay. Hello, thank you for calling. You've reached Shishibone City Hall.
Hello. Excuse me, could you get me to the local affairs chief from the social welfare department?
Of course, please hold.
He might go for another like 30 minutes. I don't know.
Holy shit, we're still going. Okay. Alright, go. Thank you for calling. This is the local government section.
Hello, may I speak with the head clerk, Aida-san?
Hello, Kimiyoshi-san. Thank you very much for the other day.
No, it was no problem. Really, I should be thanking you. I'm much obliged.
The head clerk.
The head clerk is right here. I'll give him the phone. Sir, it's Kimiyoshi, the head counsel of the Hinamizawa Town Council.
Hello? How may I help you today?
Well, I'm calling about that case with the Child Consultation Center.
Oh, yes. A group of young children have been protesting in front of the office. They're such an inconvenience. I'm so glad that we were able to talk to you about that. So how did it turn out?
Well, the village has officially decided to support Mayabara-kun.
Eh? Excuse me, could you say that again?
The town council agrees with what Mayabara-kun is doing. The younger people in the council want to support him as best they can. Well, I say younger, but they're in the 50s and 60s.
I see. However, what are the other council members saying?
Well, we held an emergency meeting last night. Some of the more hard-headed members were against it at first, but they were persuaded by Mayabara-kun in the end. You know, we don't see young people with that much backbone these days. In my opinion, attitudes like that ought to be nurtured for the sake of a brighter future.
So, everyone on the council has reached a consensus.
Yes, that's right. Everyone came to an agreement. Nobody's opposed to supporting him.
Kimiyoshi-san, as I explained to you, the people at the Child Consultation Center are doing the best they can. However, they cannot render their final judgment before the investigation period is over. It's a human rights issue.
I believe Mayabara-kun explained it to them many times. Sadako-chan is being locked up by a terribly violent man. The emotional scars she's suffering will never heal. She will forever have a deep wound in her heart, in her pure and innocent heart. Please remember what they were saying at the youth seminar. Remember what they were saying at the youth seminar the other day? You were there with me, weren't you?
Yes, well, what does the Sonozaki family say about this?
Well, Oryo-san also agrees with us. She's very clear about that. If you're going to insist on not rescuing Sadako-chan, the whole village will be joining Mayabara-kun's movement.
Oryo Sonozaki said that. Well, this is a problem within the family, so it's very hard for the government to take care of.
If I could see the man, I'd talk to him in person, but he rarely even leaves his house. Besides, if one of us personally said something to him, he might get nervous and hurt Sadako-chan even more. That's why the local government has to get involved.
I understand your point. I'll call Sonozaki-san in a moment and ask for her opinion too.
I'd advise you not to do that. Oryo-san is very upset right now. I really wouldn't call her for some time.
Really? That's not good. When she's mad, it's like she turns into a demon.
Anyway, I want you to tell the Child Consultation Center to put Sadako-chan under their protection immediately. I'll come with you if you need me to. We can go right now.
Oh no, I can't make you go to all that trouble. I'll call the consultation center and give you their feedback later today.
I want you to let me know before noon. I'm sure your call won't be long. Won't be so long it stretches into the evening. Is the head of the office that busy?
No, he's not. Very well. I'll call you back before noon today.
Thank you very much. Tell them that the town council is very upset that they're not taking this appeal seriously enough.
Yes, I will let them know. Yes. I'll talk to you again soon.
Click. Sir, are you okay?
This is bad. Hinamizawa village is kicking up a storm again. Saito-kun, will you please call Sonozaki-san and ask her what's going on? I need to call the Child Consultation Center. This
might be a resurrection of the dam conflict. Oh, hello. Yes, this is the local government section calling. May I speak to the head of the office?
I think we're.
The Hinamizawa Town Council is supporting them? I thought I told...
Hold on.
Yeah, this
Can we find a voice for this guy?
The Hinamizawa Town... The Hinamizawa Town Council is supporting them? I thought you told me they weren't connected to this.
I did. When I spoke to the mayor the other day, they weren't involved. However, they changed their stance just last night.
I understand. However, we're not going to reverse our decision even if the whole village really does show up. It wouldn't be right to give her special treatment just because the town council protests.
Sir, I believe you're aware of this, but they're the Onigafuchi Guardians. You know about the dam conflict, right?
I wasn't living here then, so I don't know much about it. I heard that some huge government protest was, or something like that.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think you should pay attention to what they're saying.
But wait a minute. I heard the Onigafuchi Guardians disbanded years ago. Haven't you had a fairly close relationship with the village ever since the conflict ended?
Yes, things had worked out smoothly. I wonder what happened to change that overnight. The mayor seems to be favoring a young man named Mayabara-kun. They have the support of the Sonozakis, too. It's not a trivial matter.
Sonozaki-san? You mean the ruler of the underside of Hinamizawa? I've never ever actually met her.
At any rate, you need to be very careful. If it's at all possible, I think you should try to protect Hojo-san immediately.
I'm not familiar with this mayor, so I don't know what kind of person he is. Our job needs to be done carefully, and no matter the job, it's not right to do things in a disorderly fashion. Our people are doing the best they can.
What's like a nerd office fucking guy voice?
Actually.
Our people are doing the best they can. They have piles of other cases to work on. Every single case is very important. We can't just prioritize her case for no reason.
I see. I understand. I'll call Kimiyoshi-san back and let him know your opinion.
You need to call him back. Look, the municipal government doesn't exist for this town council's amusement. Why are you bending over backwards just to look after the needs of one village?
I understand. Thank you for your time. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Click.
This really is bad. That guy isn't even from around here. He has no idea how scary that town council can be.
That's a transfer from the prefectural office for you.
He's fighting against Hinamizawa. If I refuse I refuse to be responsible for this one. How did you do? Did you get to talk to Sonozaki-san?
Yes. She has the same opinion as Kimiyoshi-san. She also wants a call from me regarding what the Child Consultation Center said.
No! This is really, really bad. I thought this was going to be a happy Saturday. The head of the consultation center has no idea what he's up against. There's going to be a huge crowd swarming the area by the beginning of the week.
We have to call Kimiyoshi-san and Sonozaki-san right away, huh? Should I help with that too?
Before anything else, we should be calling the mayor of Shishiboni.
I can't believe Keiichi is a revolutionary. I love him.
He's amazing.
I love him.
Reviving the Guardians.
Did we even get a new tip?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Did it?
Because I was gonna say it didn't even say we got a new tip. So I guess that call was basically the tip.
That call was the tip.
But Ryukishi was like, "You're gonna fucking read this, goddammit."
Okay.
Next time, we blow up a government officials building.
Next time on Dragon Ball.